Hi, my name is Dee Meyer, and I'm here with my friend and colleague Sheila Applegate. And Sheila has this amazing 5-week process, a coursework coming up, and I'm really excited about it. And Sheila, I'm going to ask you to share with us just a little bit about what you're doing and when it starts, just some of the details.
Thank you, Dee. I am teaching a course to help people prepare for the shifts that are occurring in 2012. And I know a lot of people have heard that, so many different ideas of what's happening, but we really genuinely are having a major shift in energy. And so some of the paradigms and rules that we've worked with over the past centuries are shifting, and so we need new tools to understand. So beginning on November 15th, Tuesday evenings for 5 weeks, I will be teaching some of the tools that I feel are most essential for this new energy. I've actually spent the last couple of months really immersing myself in this shift in the energy that is actually already starting, but will move out across the world in waves. So I've come up with 5 things that I believe are very important to keep centered, joyful, and abundant in this shifting time. And the first week is about communication and learning to communicate in ways that are beyond the physical. So intuition, meditation, telepathy, and sort of moving into a vibration that is becoming more and more mainstream, but helping people to get into their inner knowing and find that. And then in week 2, I will be speaking about the financial impact. I did a free call a couple of weeks ago about this topic, and there were so many questions about the finances as things are shifting around the world. So this does actually have a very important impact on the financial systems of our world. And what is happening is we're moving into a more heart-centered and law of abundance and manifesting tradition in this area. And so there are certain tools to help people align with that and actually feel the abundance coming towards them so that they can serve and help others with this as well. And then I'm also speaking about the ego. I have a slightly different take on ego than a lot of people. It's not really against anything that people have said. It's just sort of a next step in understanding that the ego is our primitive instinct for survival. And in the past, its job was to keep us from the light, because in the past that meant death. But now this energy and this light, this sort of tunnel of light and the beautiful vibrations and the connection to spirit that people used to experience at death, that's now the veil is thinning and it's coming to earth. And so the more we move into this awareness, the more our ego flares up. And so I have some beautiful techniques to help people ground themselves so they can bring in as much light and communication and oneness into their life without flaring up that instinct to push against it. And then the next class 4, will be being comfortable with the uncomfortable, because this is a turbulent time, and I'm not talking about doomsday or anything to that extreme, but we are going to see a lot of turbulence as things shift. It just is a part of the nature. And so as our world is turning and shifting and we're adjusting to the new energy, I want to help people with techniques to feeling that peaceful, centered place, even when perhaps the outer surroundings aren't as calm as they would like them. And then the final class sort of brings it all together and really helps people to understand what I mean about living in oneness on earth, and some very practical tools to be able to be aware of our oneness and all that we are to each other in this vastness of all that is, and at the same time navigate through the physical world with discernment and understanding. So that pretty much summarizes the 5-week course, and it's beginning again on November 15th for 5 weeks.
Oh, that's exciting. And I can see that this class has a global impact as we all are coming together as friends through our social media like Facebook and that sort of thing. So I also see it as this opportunity for people to come together and learn the tools and techniques that you're sharing, but they can learn them in community that is global. So I really appreciate what you're doing, and it's really an amazing thing, and I'm so happy that you're my friend.
Thank you.
You're
I'm happy
welcome.
that Spirit brought us together too, and I agree about the globalness of it. It is important that I'm doing it on a global scale because it is bringing souls together that need to connect with each other from around the world. And because of the various time zones, all the classes will be recorded and sent to the participants. So if people can't participate live due to their time zone or their schedule, they can still participate in the course.
And another thing that I find fascinating is your work is the energy and the essence that you're bringing to it. That energy is in the videos and in the calls and in the radio programs. It's something that is timeless. You're present with that energy whenever you listen to it.
I agree with that. My intention is always not only to share the words, but the vibration, the love that is connected to them, because the impact of that is as important as the knowledge.
I agree. I think it's even more so. I think it's more important than the words because it's carrying more content than we can possibly realize.
You're right. I agree with you. The words are just our gateway, but the vibration that comes through is what makes the essential shift.
So, again, thank you for your time today and thank you for your friendship.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing with me today.
You bet.